beautiful butterflies. Welcome to Mariposa Wisdom. I'm Jennifer Love. I'm an angel intuitive and life coach. My sun sign is Scorpio. My rising sign is Scorpio. My Mercury is in Scorpio, so I like to call myself a triple Scorpio. If you want to learn more about me, you can visit jenniferlove.me. There's an about section. This reading is for the current energy in love for Sagittarius. I had started doing the monthly readings with my face. I usually focus on the cards, but I didn't have my nails done. They looked so horrible. So I flipped the camera around to my face because at least I could make this up and control it. But I got my nails done. So I'm like super happy now. But I think I'll just finish out this month face forward and just tell me if you like it or you don't. You want to see the cards. I get it. I do like to give a little disclaimer that I am very honest and very real. I'm not going to tell you unicorns and rainbows about your love life. Most of the time, people are watching tarot readings because your relationship's in trouble or you're looking for love, or I just don't want to give false hope, give people fairy tales. So if you want more of a sugar-coated version, I'm probably not the reader for you. So this is the current energy in love for Sagittarius. Energy can change based on people's free will choices. That's what makes intuitive reading so powerful, is the fact that you can use the information to make better decisions. Obviously, this is not going to resonate with everyone, so just keep the messages that are for you and let go of the rest. What else? If this message doesn't resonate with you, you can check your rising sign or your moon sign. And if nothing resonates for you, just please keep coming back next month and I'll pick up on your energy if you're watching, and I'll tell your story next time. So let's go ahead and get started with Sagittarius. I am a bit late getting this out, and I really hate when I hear people on YouTube making excuses like, oh, why I couldn't get the video out. I've been so busy, but I really did have some family drama, and I just could not focus my attention here. And obviously I do a lot of personal readings as well, so between my family drama and my clients, I just had no energy really to give to doing a proper reading, and I don't want to put out a reading that is low energy or not 100% me. So I'm a little bit late this month with the monthly forecast, but we've got plenty of month left. So you got, for the overall energy, the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So we will keep that in mind as we go through. So your crown chakra, is really your connection to the divine. So if you kind of feel like you've been super connected lately with your angels and guides and you're getting the messages, great. If you're feeling like you've been disconnected lately, maybe you want to focus on clearing your 7th chakra, because any messages that you receive will obviously also help you in your love life as well as the rest of your life. So let's see what's going on in love for my Sagittarius friends. I did get a new deck too, which I might use and I might not. I just kind of like use decks as I'm guided, but I did get, this like jumped out. Separation. So you may be in separation from your person, or recently broke up with someone. Obviously, during this time of shelter in place, a lot of people are separated. If you don't live with your partner and you have to stay home, then you're separated. And it's hard to date. I get it, because all the restaurants are closed, all the the beach is closed, the movies are closed, like any activity that you probably want to do with it on a date, you know, everything, all the businesses are closed. So the separation, you know, in this case, so could be that you're just literally physically separated, or that you've recently broken up with someone. But I kind of feel like it's in the past position. So if you're with someone and you're like, oh my God, are they going to break up with me? I seriously doubt it, because that it's like something that's already happened before May. So whatever you're coming into May with is like this sense of separation. Forgiving and learning. So as we do, you know, navigate this new world and how we communicate with people and how we sometimes have miscommunication, there are many opportunities to forgive your partner for any miscommunication and learn and grow from that experience. Like, well, how can we avoid having that kind of miscommunication in the future, whether it's via text, via phone, in person, you know, just making an appointment, whatever it is. I think, you know, it's really important to not give up on your relationship just because someone messed up. You know, you need to kind of release the past mistakes and, you know, make a conscious choice to move forward from where you're currently at and learn from the experience. That's the most important thing, is that, you know, if you are someone that, you know, takes text very literally, or you can't, most people can't read the sarcasm in text, but if you know like who you're communicating with and they're always sarcastic, then yeah, you know to read that text in a sarcastic tone. But there's no emotion tied to texting. So it's like we fill in the blank. And sometimes in the filling of the blank, you fill in the wrong emotion. It's not what that person meant to say. It came out wrong, or you attach the wrong emotion to it. So that's, you know, just part of a learning and growing period. As you learn your partner and their style of communication and how they say things, are they super blunt like me? Or do they, you know, sugarcoat it? Or is it somewhere in between? Or is it like, oh gosh, now I have to figure out the tone of this message because I don't understand. And that's actually really important, because as I got forgiving and learning, and I also got heart-to-heart conversations. So it is important when you know, get some kind of communication, email, text, Instagram message, whatever, and you don't understand it, don't try to assign meaning to it right away. It's easy for our brains to do that, but try to give the person the benefit of the doubt and have a conversation about it. Like, you said this on text and I don't know what you meant by it, but it kind of sounded angry, or it kind of sounded like you didn't want me around, or it kind of sounded like you're bored, or whatever. You know, you can have a conversation with someone and tell them, well, this is the meaning I assigned to it, and I just wanted to check in with you to see if that's accurate. Is that what you meant to say? What is the meaning behind this message that I didn't understand? So coming from a place of inquiry rather than, wow, you sounded like a real asshole in that last text. Trying to come from a place of inquiry and understanding will go a lot further than just jumping to conclusions and, you know, going off on someone when they probably didn't even mean what they said. Especially if, you know, we're communicating between men and women. Men and women have very different communication styles. Women generally are much more wordy and have much more emotion attached to communication. We, as the feminine, have more communication centers in our brain. We are biologically better communicators than men. And I don't care what man is watching this and wants to challenge me on that. I've read neuroscience books about it. So, you know, it's not made up. It's not like my opinion. It's actually like a scientific fact. So, ladies, give your guy cut him some slack, because you're just a better communicator than he is, and he's going to have to catch up with you, or you're going to have to be more understanding about it. So there is a message coming. If you've been kind of wanting a message from someone, there's a lot of excitement around that message, perhaps. This person that, if you're in the scenario where you're separated from someone, either you broke up in the past, you broke up your relationship, or you're physically separated, there is a feeling of missing an opportunity. So I do feel like that, could be very common as well during this time. You feel like you're missing out on all of these things with your person because you can't be together. Or if you're broken up, this person feels like they've missed an opportunity with you. I also, am seeing the death card, which is, does not mean a literal death. Unlike the movies, it's about transition and transformation. There is a full moon in Scorpio on March the 7th. I don't know when you're watching this, but that is a sign. It's a supermoon as well. So Scorpio is a sign of major transformation. Your whole relationship could transform. Your whole style of communication could transform. You could release and let someone go. There's a lot of different ways that this could play out, but we'll get some more clarity. But I kind of feel like, if you feel like it's time to let something go, do it. It's your own inner voice that's going to tell you that. But I do encourage, before you release someone completely, to have a heart-to-heart conversation about it, because that's what the cards are saying, that, make sure that you understand the meaning, and make sure you understand where your person is coming from, because it might just be a misunderstanding. You may not be in kind of a energetic or vibrational alignment with your person, and that could be, the message that I had mentioned before about the 7th chakra and connecting with the divine. If your energy isn't good, if it's not aligned, that could really have a big effect on your relationship. One or both of you have daddy issues, which is, you've heard this term, daddy issues, but it's like, if you did not have a good relationship with your father, if you had an abusive relationship with your father, if your father was emotionally distant or unavailable, or your father wasn't physically demonstrative, meaning he didn't give you hugs and kisses, he just kind of like appreciated you from afar. If you have these issues, you can work through them. But if your partner has these issues, then, they have to do that work for themselves. And it usually involves a lot of emotional unavailability and trust. So you can definitely learn through this, though. This relationship that you are in or have been in was a learning experience. Do you see the books and learn through this? And then I also, like I said, I got the forgiving and learning earlier. So this is an opportunity for you to dig deep and heal your own daddy issues that you have, if you have them. And the Scorpio full moon is a perfect time to do that. If you are in pain or suffering, please know that this is, temporary, okay? This is not going to last forever. And I tell people that about coronavirus all the time. Like, people are getting so frustrated about, the economics of our country and our countries, the world economy, and job security, income. People are worried about the state of society and how we're going to stay connected when we can't physically be together. So I just want you to know and have faith that all of this is temporary. It's not going to be this way forever. You could, if you do, kind of forgive and learn and work through and heal your issues and get into vibrational alignment, this could lead to marriage, I'm seeing. So that's pretty big. I would not say that's for everyone watching. That's probably a message for 25% of my Sagittarius friends that are watching. But it's possible. So I have to put it out there when I see that. I also, I hate to like label things like this, but I am feeling a bit of like a twin flame dynamic here. If you are in resonance with that term, or if you are on a twin flame journey, I do set like overall from these like cards that I've pulled, I kind of feel like this could be a twin flame of yours. If you don't believe in that and you don't like subscribe to that, or you don't think that this person is your twin flame, then obviously more than I would your situation, but it could be like a very connected soulmate in that sense. I'm just getting like sacred union. It may not be like a marriage, but it might be like you guys are very energetically bonded in some way. Let's see what else. And then I just want to give you a little bit of advice, and then we'll move on. Okay, this is weird. One of my cards from another deck was shuffled in with this deck, and it just kind of stands out to me because it's not supposed to be in here, and it was. So the card's red flags. So if you have been noticing the red flags, this is a sign to pay attention to those things, especially considering anything related to daddy issues. And I'm also getting addiction could be an issue for you or your partner that needs to be addressed. And, I do have a lot of clients that come to me with their different situations and scenarios, and it's very hard for people to admit to themselves when you personally have a problem, or you can see your partner is struggling and having a problem, especially with alcohol, because it's so common. It's so like socially acceptable that, if your person is like drinking every night on the couch and like falls asleep, they're really passed out from drinking too much. So if that happens repeatedly, that's an issue. That's a major red flag, and I don't want you to ignore things like that, or like explain it away. Oh, well, he only drinks on blah blah blah. Ask more questions of your person. Make sure that you are understanding. If you've been kind of obsessing about your love relationship lately, this is a message to shift your focus away from love for the time being, and kind of focus on yourself. Respect yourself. Show respect to your partner. Just try not to get into that obsessive mode. This person is checking your social media, whether you're aware of it or not. And it could be the ex, like I said. And, it's a real sign of maturity when you can have, emotional strength and respect for yourself, that you don't have to react the way that this person wants you to react. If like a common scenario that I see a lot is that, from women, is that a man will like social media posts but not reach out to like directly contact you. So he might like 7 of your Instagram photos, or like your Facebook post, or whatever, heart your tweet, but he doesn't actually like call you or text you. So you're like, well, he likes me, right? Because he's like paying attention to me on social media. But that is so weak. Like, that is not someone who's interested in you. Just because they're liking your pictures on social media does not mean that they're interested in you. It just can mean that they freaking liked what you said, or they think you look hot in that picture. But I would not take that as an indication that this person is interested in romantically pursuing me. In some cases, maybe they are, but in 99% of the cases where they're just paying attention to you on social media and nowhere else, that is a sign that this person's not really that interested in you. They're not invested. They're just messing around. So let's see what advice your angels have for you this month. Resilience. So I'm a rock solid superstar, ready to take on the day. I am meant to be great, and yes, I might fall, but the harder I fall, the higher I will bounce. I will always get back up, and I will better myself because of it. I welcome each lesson. I am resilient. This is a message to not give up on love. This is a message that, even if you've broken up, that does not mean that you're not going to meet the love of your life tomorrow. This is, showing strength in the face of adversity. Obviously, I said, I've seen the death card, you're in separation, and you're supposed to learn and grow from this experience. So your resilience is part of that process of learning and growing. Let's get abundance card for you. Let's see if you can get an abundance message for me. We wrapped up this reading. Angels, what's the abundance message for Sagittarius? Ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. So it doesn't matter how you ask, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So this is really hard for me, I have to say. Like, oh my gosh, why is it so glary? Ask for your needs to be met. And then there's this beautiful angel. Oh, my light's getting in the way. But she's so gorgeous and strong. And she's like holding this orb of light. It's really hard for me to ask for help. Like, that's something I'm working on personally, that I can do everything by myself and I don't need to ask for help. I don't need anybody. But it's a sign of strength to ask for help. It's actually, you're showing that you are aware of your weaknesses, whatever they might be, and that you can use assistance with that. Especially I'm getting with addiction issues. It's so beautiful and strong, and not a sign of weakness when someone recognizes that they have an issue with drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, shopping, workaholic. It is a sign of strength when you're saying, I have a problem with this and I need help. Instead of just drowning in your own, spiral, you're stopping it and you're saying, I need to do something about this. That's asking for help, right? Asking for your needs to be met in your relationship. If you feel like your person is physically separate and they are not contacting you as frequently as you would want, I mean, if you're in a relationship, I would say every day to have some kind of contact. It could be texting, but calls are way better. But, if you're not getting the attention or the communication or the quality of communication that you are seeking or that you need to ask your partner to meet that need. Like, don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed of it. That, I would like a daily check-in. Like, that is not a big deal. Um, Even if it's like a short text, how was your day? Cool, great. Um, I just don't want you to feel like you can't have your needs met in your current relationship. Well, this relationship is so great, except for fill in the blank. Like, you just want to be honest and transparent when you are asking for your needs to be met. And if it's unrealistic, maybe your person will tell you, well, that's a little unrealistic. I can't do that, but here's what I can do. So you can meet like in the middle or have a happy medium kind of compromise. But talking about it is the most important thing. So this is also a card that says, you have to ask your angels for help. They can't just intervene, especially in your love life, if you don't ask. You can ask your angels to, I ask my guardian angel to talk to someone else's guardian angel if I need help with that, if I need help with that relationship, if I need help, understanding that person and where they're coming from, if I just want to let that person know that I care about them, I will tell their angel. And so it's important that you ask your angels, though. You have to ask. Guardian angel, can you please help me with this? Guardian angel, can you please talk to the angel of my partner to tell the person how much I love them? And even though things are hard right now, that we're going to make it through this. If you don't feel like you're having that heart-to-heart conversation, obviously it's better to talk to the person, right? But if you feel like you can't have that or you don't have that, then ask your angel, because that is how you can, bridge that gap between you. So I don't want this to go too long. Wow, it's already long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope any of these messages resonated for you. If you would like a personal reading, my website is jenniferlove.me. All of my services are there with descriptions and pricing and my calendar, so you can book right online. Please try to book in advance. I do have a lot of volume at the moment, and the appointment might be a little bit further out than you would like, but if you get your foot in the door, then you have the appointment and we're going to talk. I am so pleased at the growth of my channel in such a short time. Thank you so much for watching these videos and liking and sharing them with your friends and subscribing and hitting the notification bell when you want to know when I go live, because it's really important to me to be able to share the messages and the gifts that I have and the intuitive guidance. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it more than you know. That's it for this month. So please remember that you always have a choice between love and fear. So choose love. I'll see you next time. Bye.